Okay. Hey everyone. Thank you. I'm good to go whenever, so I'll count you down. Okay. More Save the Homeland. This is going to be treasure hunt. I'll explain it as we go through the cutscenes. But okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so you can skip most of the cutscenes. You guys watched Lamp play last night. He did a good job. I'm going to be doing 3 endings. I'll start with the kind of the best one. I've been wanting to do this in a marathon for a while. This is kind of the notorious casual killer treasure hunt. There's 2 treasure hunt endings. This is definitely the easier of the 2 treasure hunt endings. It's really not that bad. Really not a lot that can kill it in a marathon sense. Going for good times can be a pain because there's definitely some weather luck involved, but I'll get to that. I think it's a neat route, but it's a casual killer because there are a lot of different villagers that you actually have to gift, whereas most of the endings in this game you really are just going for one villager. As you raise their affection, you trigger various cutscenes leading to the end. And most of the endings, it's like 1 or 2. There's one main character, and then there might be a side character that you kind of have to give a few gifts in a couple cases, but for the most part, it's just one. In this one, we are going to be gifting, let's count them. We're going to be gifting Dia, Lila, Gwen, Gina, Bob. Hang on. Text. Nice. Bob, Woody, Parsley, Lewis, Martha, and Tim, actually. So the ending starts with Tim's sort of coming to you and saying he's looking for a secret treasure. And then it kind of proceeds from there. So both treasure hunt endings start that way, but they proceed differently. Treasure Hunt 2 uses Dia to find the sort of secret treasure. Hang on, let me just... Okay, and these are the goddess questions, as Lamp probably maybe discussed. These affect the villager's affection depending on how you answer them. I'm going to be answering them in the positive pattern, which means I give the first answer for all 3 questions. There's a negative pattern where you give the second response for all 3 questions, and a mixed response. And the result is different groups of villagers get plus 15 to their affection. In this case, in most cases, you want to give the boost to the villager who requires the most affection, and especially because in this case it's going to be Dia, and Dia is actually also the farthest. She's pretty much the farthest villager from your farm of any villager in the game, and she never moves. She comes outside, but she never leaves the villa. So you'll be seeing her in a minute, and she's a pretty good waifu. So this is kind of a waifu ending actually, because you're using Dia to find this to find what they call the sacred land of Praria. So okay. So you can skip the rest of that cutscene. Oh yeah, Dia's a total D-gen for you D-gens out there. So I'm gonna be tracking my my gifts as closely as I can, because you need a lot of gifts in this ending. You definitely don't want to pick up too many. Okay, this is not bad. Okay, 1. Oh no. Okay, actually, okay. That's okay. Pretend we didn't do that, but we actually just got an extra berry. That's nice. Yeah, so we actually, the routing for this, because you have to gift so many villagers, is you need to, you obviously want to get as many villagers on one day as possible. And the worst days are, okay, so we're going to catch Lila. Actually, should have caught Lewis. So this, the hardest thing about speedrunning this one is that you have to track everyone's affection. And if you're wrong, then if you mess any up, you have no idea who you've missed. So I have a little spreadsheet. I actually have 3 screens here. So yeah, so we're yeah. So we foraged at Villa today. Okay. Oh, great. Okay, so that's 1 berry. I'm gonna be counting all my berries. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of the interesting things too is that one of the interesting things too is that for most endings, one of the early kind of really seems obvious now for us Harvestman speedrunners, but early on we didn't know a lot of the affection systems, but obviously it becomes clear now that that there's a conversation boost and there is a gift boost, and you want to take advantage of both of them every day to minimize the number of trips to a certain villager, whether it's a wife or a bachelorette or whatever. But in this case, we're actually just going to be talking to most of the villagers. A few of them we are going to be gifting. For example, Dia, because she needs a lot of affection, and so we really want to minimize the number of trips we take out here. But because I'll be coming up here anyway so many times, I'm just going to talk to Gina and Martha. Martha is the little maid in the... I don't think she's in any other game that I know of. Anyway, so I'll try and reach out as much as I can, but I really have to keep track of this, because if I screw it up, then I'll just have to go around and gift everybody and figure out who's missing affection. So Bob I'll also gift because he only needs a few, and he's actually required to trigger the first cutscene because he's Tim's brother. Okay, Bob, and I missed Lewis, sadly. He went inside the shop. Normally I wouldn't get him today anyway. I just made the mistake of going to the Carpenters. Reason I don't go to the Carpenters today is because also another thing is Tim starts every day except Thursday running from the God, there's just so much to talk about. It starts every day running from the Brownie Farm, which is where I just talked to Bob. And in this game, your affection boost for a conversation depends on your location, and when a character is walking between locations, they get the smallest boost. Okay, hang on. Wednesday is good. Okay. So in general, I'm going to be avoiding Tuesday, Thursday because Gwen is not available at the Carpenters, and Gwen's kind of a pain because her and Woody are really the only ones that you need to go out of your way to come here. Okay, Parsley is another one that's always walking, so okay, that's another one of these. I also need herbs for Parsley. Here we are on Lewis. Okay, just make sure we get him, and then I'm actually going to grab a few... Oh, that's so bad. Okay, I really wanted those moon drops because Gwen is the only villager who I can really give moon drops to, at least in this ending. So, okay, so I want to hit Lewis here. It's Lewis, Woody, Gwen. So we'll give her the berry. Yeah, I think it's to do with one of the companies that I actually don't really know. And let's give him the medicinal herb because I want to save the berries for. You really have most villagers will take most forageables, but you do have to be careful because some of them won't take certain ones. And if I end up, I just don't want to waste any trips to. Okay, already done Parsley. That was Woody, Gwen, okay, and Lewis. Okay, okay, and Gina's here on Wednesday, Saturday. So yeah, as I was saying, in general, we want to avoid Tuesday, Thursday because really everyone is kind of a straight line. Everyone is mostly on a straight line all the way up here to. Okay, and Lila, sadly, I probably shouldn't have even taken this today, but sadly, Lila. Early on in the game, early on in the run, it's hard to catch Lila because she starts walking to her little house at to her shop at like 9:15 or something like that. And when she's walking, she gets half the boost. So most conversation boosts are 4. A walking boost is 2. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. There's just so much to. But yeah, one thing what I was saying earlier is that I'm actually going to be talking to most of these villagers because, especially because if I'm coming here anyway, I don't really need to minimize trips to 8:05. Yeah, 8:05, 8:15-ish. I don't really need to minimize trips to Martha because I'm going to be taking more trips to Dia anyway. So if I'm going to be here for Dia, I don't really need to collect gifts for Martha, and it actually just wastes time picking up the gifts. Okay, so I need to really make sure I get a forage tomorrow. Okay, that's 2. And then I should have an herb for... Oh no. Let me just think. I may have to go out of my way to grab something for Tim because I just want to make sure that things stay lined up. Okay, no, good. Okay, I've got an herb for him. I don't really want to give away my herbs because I actually want the herbs for Parsley. Parsley's another one that's annoying because he's also mostly walking. Okay, yeah. And then I have one for Tim. So yeah, as I was saying, I've said multiple things, but so I do Tim last because he's down here. This is where he eventually stops, and he stops here at like 9-ish, 9:15 or 9:30. And so I don't want to talk to him when he's running because he gets a smaller affection boost. And he actually is, of the villagers, he's actually the second highest target in terms of affection. He needs 80 affection. Dia needs 160, I believe. Okay, and then, then this is kind of where we get a little bit tricky. I'm gonna skip Thursday. Okay, Fridays, rain, okay. Saturday, I just hope that's okay. That should be fine. So keeping track of days is also another kind of annoyance, but... Oh no. Yeah, I'm not thinking properly. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing is tilling here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So normally I would reset for, I will take this. Normally I would reset for good minerals. As you saw in Lamp's run, mining is pretty bad. Oh, iron ore. Okay, that's 120. I need 180. So as a backup, I'll be just doing part-time work. Today's Saturday, yeah, so I do want to go this way. Okay, and I actually want to catch Parsley if I can. And I can grab this herb as well. Okay, it's 12 on Parsley. I'm tracking most of the villagers. I'm tracking their gift counts because their affection gains don't vary, but with Parsley and Lila, I have to be really careful, so I'm tracking their affection directly. Should have had a flower for her. That's okay, because there should be a... and I will give him... I shouldn't have given him that, actually. Yeah, that was a misplay. Okay. I will sell these, honestly, just for extra money, just because I can have some things go wrong, so it's kind of nice to have that, even though that's not enough money. Okay, and no, actually, those are no good to me now. I'll grab them later. So yeah, so now I need to do part-time work. Okay, Lila's gone, that's okay. Lila, you're pretty much I'm gonna have to wrap up her at the end. I just have to pray for a very berry here, because I can skip Dia today, but I just don't. Yes, good, okay. 10. I'm actually not sure. I think I'm at like 10 now. Okay, so Gina I already got today. Did I? Today's Saturday. I should have got Gina, but maybe I missed her. To be very careful here. In general, I like to have these three on the same, because they're always in the same area, so maybe I just won't count Gina today. Anyone want to tell me if I talked to Gina? I think I missed her. She's normally in front of the... I'm just not going to count her. That's okay. Because it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't matter, because I'll just give her one more talk. But if I count her and I didn't get her, then that would be bad. Yeah, as far as I know, it's probably the definitive way to play the game. I'm playing on emulator, but... okay, 3 on Bob. Oh, no. No time work. Okay, so this is just a way to get a little bit of extra money, because I didn't quite get enough for, what I wanted, and this is kind of a cute little routing trick that I must have thought of at some point. I'm just gonna brush, like, I don't know. I'd like a little bit of extra money, so I might as well do like 4. You can brush all these for, I think, 20 gold a piece, I'm pretty sure, and then I'll hit the cow as well. Okay. That bug is present in the PS2 and version, and I don't know what causes it. It's 150, right? Yeah. Okay, that's 3 on Bob, and then I've got a berry for Tim. The other frustrating thing, kind of element of randomness there, Gina, is right. So I actually will get Lila today anyway because she's in the shop. Okay, and I want 14 potatoes. Okay. Okay, and I just need to make sure I hit Tim, and he should still be there. If he's not, then this is gonna be kind of tricky, but he's there. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is now 3 gifts for Tim and Bob. And this will trigger the first cutscene. I've routed this, and this is kind of a tricky thing I came up with, kind of neat, is that if it rains, then you'll lose the tilling. So I did the tilling to get some money, but I also want to use those tills for potatoes. So there's a trick in the game where, what's today? I think it's like the 9th. I'm going to double check, I think it's the 9th. Hello. You can put it, 6. Sorry, you can put it there.
Here?
Just put it there, sorry.
Oh, where are we going?
We're on the...
Did you already start?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm fine. Just... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'll eat it in a minute.
Are you recording yourself?
Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, you're on, yeah, you're live.
Oh,
Yeah. Were you ready? Okay, anyway, so this is the first cutscene. Okay, this is the first cutscene. I slept all those days because this cutscene, because I had met the requirements for this cutscene, it made it so that there will be no rain. And so anytime there's an outdoor morning farm cutscene, you can't get rain, with a few exceptions. Okay, and parsley will be right here. This will be 4 on parsley. Sorry, you just take this.
okay, no.
Sorry, thank you. Okay, and we'll take this as well. It's 11. And then these are what I need. These are what I want for Dia. She is a blueberry fan, so. that's 11. And I caught parsley for 4. That's kind of a nice location to get him at because that's actually one of his easily accessible stationary locations. Today's a Saturday, so that, or no, today's Tuesday actually, so Gina's not, or Dia's not in there. No, I'm sorry, Gwen's not in there. Thanks, Sam. Thank you for the luck. Okay, grab a couple flowers. I'm actually just gonna grab all these. Okay, 4 is good because I want those for Gwen. And I can use an extra for Lila just in case. Anyway, so the point is, I want to plant in those, a couple things. I want to plant on those tiles, but if it rains anytime between now, well, okay, but I also want to use the rainy season to water them, because I don't want to water them. So, and potatoes are the fastest growing, and this is one of the money endings. You don't really need a lot of money for this ending, but you do need a little bit to buy seeds for later, and you'll see what they're for. But let me just grab actually I don't really need this, but I'm gonna grab 2 actually. 13, because even if Gina goes inside, it's okay. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place. This is just, there's a lot to sort of track. Okay, now we got Gina, so she's gonna be 1 behind sadly, but I'll just so 3 on Gina, 4 on Martha and Dia. This is our 4th gift to, yeah, this is our 4th berry to Dia. She needs 4 berries and 10 blueberries. Blueberries, okay, anyway, let me just get back to where I was. So 3, 4, and 4, okay. So yeah, so the game has a sort of seasonal weather system where there's a period of like 5 or 6 days in every season where it rains, where it's like a very high chance of rain each day. And so in a lot of endings, we want to take advantage of that in order to, oh no, I can give him the herb, that's fine. Just like so. Okay, 4 on Tim and Bob. So I actually don't need to water these potatoes at all because I'll just use the rainy season. Rainy season is from the in spring is from the 17th to the 21st. And anyway, point is, I skipped all those days because by using his cutscene to stop rain from happening during the mild season, I was able to keep the tiles tilled. And I've slept till the 16th, which is the day before the rainy season. And so now I will finally plant my potatoes, and I will not have to touch them. So I'll sleep through all these days. You actually start, another convenience is that actually you start the game with 2 potato seeds always. So I only had to buy 14. Yeah, yeah. The devil's lettuce, I know. Hey, parsley's all over the devil's lettuce. We're going to be giving him plenty of that. Anyway, so I know this is this is very hectic, but I hope I haven't miscounted anything, but it should be fine. So now I don't have to water, and I am going to make a safety save. I made a safety save earlier because I will make a few safety saves throughout here because it is, you can lose crops from the rainy season too though, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And I actually want to harvest these today because I could lose crop. I lost 1. Do I just take it? I mean, if I just lose 1, I'm fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. You can lose, yeah, you can lose. Actually, I don't think I needed to. I get really good luck with these potatoes. I think it's, I don't know what it is, but I've done, I think, 3 runs in the past week just preparing, and normally, like with in most endings, you actually use the multi-grow crops or like the reharvestable crops like corn, tomatoes, ones that you can keep, they'll keep regrowing. But this one is unique in that you already have 2 potatoes. Potatoes are really cheap, and you don't need that much money. I can't remember how much you need, but you'll see what I buy. I only buy a few of each seed to complete the ending after this. And this is pretty much perfect to get exactly what we want. Okay, and so then the other good thing is that we've skipped through the mild season. The mild season is where the beginning of the game starts, is the second through the... Okay, now it's the dry season. So now I can't get rain. It's impossible to get rain in this season, which is really nice because we know now that we can gift without any fear of rain interfering. So normally the mild season is a real killer in this game, which is what the game starts with, the second or the first through the 16th, except you never play the first of spring, so it's the second. Let's just take all these. And also that that sleeping period allows the forageables to regrow, because forageables are random in this game. I think I've started saying a bunch of these things many times, and I think I keep cutting myself off. But okay, she's the only one that I can give flowers to, besides Lila. But Lila I don't gift because she's on the path, so I may gift her a few things, but for the most part, she's right on the way, so it doesn't really... It probably would lose time to just pick up extra gifts. I timed a lot of these things a while ago. I don't remember, but okay. Gwen is at 3. Woody... Okay, now we're kind of in a good... This is kind of the chill part. The beginning, there's a lot going on. So anyway, so the mild season is the source of a lot of strife in Save the Homeland speedruns, because because the odds of getting rain in the mild season, it honestly feels like it could be almost 50%. I mean, sometimes in the beginning, and when you really don't want that rain, it's just a pain. Okay, Bob's actually done. Okay, good. So Lewis is 2 now. Lila, unfortunately, I got another walking conversation, so that's only +2. Okay, Bob is done, so we don't have to go in there anymore. Gina. My favorite is casually is probably N64. I don't speedrun N64. I've only done, like, I think I only did Papuri Marriage, like, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago or something. It's not really a competition. It's just too good. But this game is probably up there. I've spent a lot of time playing this game. I never played this as a kid, and I started playing it as probably 4 years ago now. And I really like it. I actually think this is low-key slept on Harvest Moon. Anyway, so speaking of Dia, her another interesting mechanic in this game is that some items change, some gifts change the affection boost depending on a character's current affection value. So Dia loves blueberries, but she only gives her full boost of +6 if her affection is over 40. So her total affection pool has to already be over 40. So what I did was I gave her 4 berries to begin with, and she also had the affection from the goddess questions and all that, but had to get her over 40. And then let me just make sure this was Monday, right? So Tuesday, yeah, just making sure. Tracking days in this game is another thing, because you obviously lose time every time you open the because there's no HUD. So it's kind of a little bit frustrating, but okay, good. So now I can just kind of get in the rhythm of doing this gifting route, and I shouldn't have overcounted. If I've undercounted, that's fine, but if I just don't want to. I just don't want to overcount. Okay, I do want. So Dia is one of those, and so I'm using blueberries for her because she's the main girl, and we really want to raise her affection as fast as possible. Sleeping the way that I did for the when I said it lets the forageables regrow, it also makes sure that I get a full 5 blueberries from that patch, because it could be, they could be fewer, right? And we don't want that. But then also, hang on. But Parsley is another one who has one of those interesting sort of affection threshold mechanics. He normally gets he has like a weird system where almost all the villagers get like kind of clean, even numbers from the gifts. It's either like 2 or 4 or 6. He has an interesting thing where he gets he actually, let's make sure we okay, good. That was 4. Okay. He actually gets like +3 from most gifts. But then it's a whole weird thing. But then if you get him over 20 affection, so if he gets to 21 affection, then his boost from herbs is actually 6. So then he finally gets a proper, because normally the max in this game is 6. There are certain situations that can cause, like a birthday or other things that can cause it to go higher, but just sort of your standard boost is at most for a loved item is 6. Okay, so Martha and Dia. I have no idea what my forge count is. In fact, I'm probably going to check. Not that it matters, but... Okay, so 6, 6. Anyway, so yeah. So this is a fun one. If anyone is curious, or anyone wants to, I actually had a YouTube comment not too long ago, which is what I was hoping for. I was hoping that I would eventually get some YouTube comments saying, people were able to use the treasure hunt. So now I have to wait for Tim to get in his position. But someone said, that they were never able to do this ending, but the speedrun notes helped a lot. So if anyone is interested in trying this ending just casually, I have the numbers. This is a fun game. It's not actually. There's some weird situations. This is another thing. If you want to be a G, you can test this stuff for me because it's very, very. There's a lot of extensive testing that needs to happen. Okay, so next will be Thursday. So we skip Thursday because we can't get to Gwen on that day. Still counted 6. Yeah, it's honestly, it's so weird. There's so many tiny things that, I know that it exceeds. Yeah, I can show you. I actually have a couple charts already for birthdays. I started to make separate charts for birthday and non-birthday, because it seems like there's actually there's no particular pattern. It actually, in some cases, like for Gwen, I noticed she's one of them that I actually have a chart for. She actually, some of the gifts, like if you test everything, because there's a bunch of recipes in the game that I don't get obviously during speedruns because getting the kitchen is just unnecessary. Okay, so parsley is 20. Okay, so parsley's actually should almost be at our affection threshold for the herbs, and then that's 5. So then Gwen and Woody only need 1 more. Anyway, so I tested all these recipes, right, on a different save file, and for Gwen, some of the recipes actually go down on her birthday. It's like a +6 normally, but it actually is like a 4 on her birthday or something like that. So there's all kinds of weird stuff. So it's not as simple as just saying, oh, it's an extra 2. In a lot of cases it is, but it's not. Another example is like, and this is part of the cake contest routing actually, is that okay. Is that once you've initiated the ending with Katie, if you and she's asking for the golden milk, golden egg, then when you give it to her, she actually gets +7, and you can keep giving her those. So that actually plays into not only any percent, but also New Game Plus, because in New Game Plus, then it's optimal to use gold milk for her gift, because after you've initiated the ending, I can't remember which cutscene you have to trigger, but it's like the second or the third cutscene. Then once she starts asking for the golden milk, then she gets +7 every time you give her one. Yeah, I think that's what they were going for in terms of kind of that sort of nuance to the system. Okay, HMV6. Okay, I did talk to Lewis, right? I talked to Lewis. Okay, just pray that I haven't miscounted, because, yeah, we'll wait for Tim. And Tim should be almost done. In fact, this should be it for Tim, I think. Oh, dang it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for Tim. And then today's Thursday, or today is Friday. That could have been Gina, because you actually automatically trigger her, the initial goddess dress cutscene, in this ending, because you have to get Gina past that threshold. Oh crap! Actually, I should have given him an herb, but I didn't have an herb. So I need to grab a couple of these, and I'll see if I can find an herb for him on his way back. Is there one here? Yes. Okay, and so then this is actually, I'll grab this as well, because this will be Gwen and Woody's last, so I don't need to come out here anymore. And I don't need to gift him, I just need to talk once more, because we're only missing a couple. Okay, and then parsley, yeah, perfect timing. Good. Get rid of this, and now he gets +6 from this. At least he should, as long as I've counted properly. Sadly, okay, I'm not going to talk to Gina, because sadly she'll get a walking boost there, so now she's actually down 2. That's fine. Okay, I missed her as well. What did I just say? Yeah, Woody. Actually, I should have grabbed it there. Yeah, okay, that's my mistake. I'm gonna have to go out there again. I just realized I screwed up. Yeah, because you have to go for a second blueberry forage. Yeah, that's what I always forget, is to grab the second patch of blueberries, because she needs 10, and there's 5 for each forage. And you have to wait in between, because you have to wait for them to grow back, so you can't do it right away. But I've slept enough time. Eight. Okay, Gwen is also 6. Okay, so that's Gwen and Woody done. Tim doesn't really need anything else, I don't think, because I think, yeah, I don't think I triggered his second cutscene today, but I'll just talk to him. But I don't think he needs anything else. I'm just gonna give him that. And this was Saturday. Now I have to start thinking about skipping certain days, because certain villagers are not going to be available. In fact, I think I'm going to skip this Sunday, because Lila won't be available. So it's Monday. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So that's Tim's cutscene. So that's again, sadly, the thing that's kind of frustrating about this game is it's really fast for. Do I want to go out this way? Nah, let's not do it today. It's really fast for speedrunning because you can skip all the cutscenes, but it makes viewing it kind of strange because you don't ever get to see like what's actually happening. So, okay, this is 4. On Lila. And then... Okay, right, so this is the last day I can do for... Gina's kind of behind as well, but that's okay. Because she's kind of on the way. Right, and so then this is the next God of Stress cutscene. If you get that cutscene, oh crap. Okay, so this is where I start having to wait until 8 a.m. The kitchen doesn't open until 8 a.m. and Dia's room doesn't open until 8 a.m. So now I have to, of course, every time I check my clock, I lose time, but actually I just missed Lewis now, damn it. Okay, so that's Martha done. Yeah, so anyway, the plot is that there's some sacred land that has some secret treasure, and Tim's looking for it, and essentially each of the treasure hunt endings has a different way of finding it. In this case, it's going to be Dia, because she finds out from her books, and I think that's what that last cutscene was, is she says, oh, I've read about it in this book. But anyway, well, yeah, once you get that cutscene so after Tim's second cutscene, this is kind of key. After Tim's second cutscene with this ending, then anytime you enter the villa, you will trigger the cutscene with Dia. And if you do that, then you can no longer get the dog version of the treasure hunt ending, which means you can't get treasure hunt 1. So I think that's another problem that people have, and it's a little bit, I can see why it's a little bit frustrating. Okay, I'm not going to talk to him. Dang it. Because he's walking already. Okay, and now I'm done with Tim because I've already got that. So yeah, so if you're doing the dog ending, you have to make sure that once you get the second Tim cutscene, you can't enter the villa at all, which is a bit kind of limiting. And then today is Monday, right? Okay. But now I can start doing Tuesdays, but I don't want to do Tuesdays because, ooh, I have to wrap this up. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're fine. We have to. Oh no, yeah, we have like 3 weeks. Yeah. Okay. So it's already summer now. Okay, and I'll catch Parsley on the way back again. So now he's at 30. And I just want an herb for him. Actually, I don't think I need any more gifts. Yeah, I don't think I need any more gifts. Oh yeah, Lewis. So now I'm going to get my other, blueberries. So she only needs 5 more gifts at this point, Dia. And so my goal, of course, is to finish up everybody else, at least by the time that I finish Dia, because Dia is the limiting factor. Sadly, I don't know that I will. I may have to take like 1 extra trip, because Gina is actually, well, no, Gina is actually on course as well. So I just have to find an herb for Parsley. Please have an herb. Okay, good. Yeah. So this is the fastest way to raise Parsley's affection. He can be kind of elusive, and I think that's another. He should be right here, yeah. Okay, boom. He likes the devil's lettuce too. That's 36 on Parsley, so he only needs 14 more, which means technically 2 more interactions. So if I get 2 more herbs, I know. Okay. Lila's at 24. Actually, Lila's the furthest behind. Lila needs 26 more, so that's... I'm gonna grab some flowers for Lila. This happens sometimes. It really depends on how you arrange your foraging. Grab this herb as well. Obviously, you want to minimize your foraging. You want to maximize the amount of the use of your downtime, which is time that I'm waiting for for example for Dia's room to open or something like that. But you don't want to exceed it, and it can be a little bit difficult sometimes because if you have a good forage, you want to take advantage of it. And this is one thing that this ending could use some optimization with is, if you forage too many, then you actually can miss out on certain villagers who end up leaving by the time you get there. So it's actually a very interesting ending because it's just a lot going on and a lot of kind of interacting schedules. In general, it's pretty easy to keep track of though because, like I say, there's actually a pretty straight line all the way up here. And then, okay, and today's what day again? Wednesday, because this is the first, yeah. Okay, so this is Lewis's day off. Actually, crap. Lewis is here. I should have actually done Lewis here. Oh, no, I already did Lewis. Okay, I always mix up his Saturday and his Wednesday locations. So I think I'm going to... That should be fine to do Thursday. Okay, Thursday. Because now, actually, I can, after the dry season ends on summer 3, so I actually can now get some rain, some unfortunate rain luck. It shouldn't end the run. The goal for this ending is to get, I should have a flower for this. Well, we'll see how this works out, actually. I still have 5 more days, including today. And so now I actually need to wait for the villa to open. And the problem is that the front door opens, but the inner doors don't. So you can't really tell when the door is going to open. Normally I would use Tim as a timer, because Tim, like I say, Tim always runs... Oh no, actually today's Thursday, so you can't use him as a timer today. But normally he would run down that hill, and you can kind of roughly tell what time it is based on where he is. I haven't quite mapped it out for this ending, but... Okay, I think I talked to Martha too many times, because Martha's done. Okay, so that's how she's open. Good. Oh, so now Dia's coming out for show, Thank you. Thank you for the luck. Okay. So that's, I must have talked to Gina. Okay, I talked to Gina. There's no reason why I wasn't. Okay, 8, 11. And then you just hope that... The problem is Lewis is a little bit tricky because he comes out at 7 a.m., but then he leaves at 9:15. Or 9, I think. So you need to kind of make sure you can get... Oh no, he's not here. Is he not here on Thursday? Don't remember his Thursday schedule, so maybe I missed it. So then tomorrow will be Friday. Sorry, anyway, so the goal, so I'm actually going to be planting a bunch more crops, and just like with the potatoes, I want to take advantage of the rainy season. This time it'll be the summer rainy season, and it actually works out perfectly because... okay, hang on. The summer, I have the herb, yeah, okay. The summer rainy season is 1 day longer than the spring rainy season, so it's actually it perfectly waters the crops without having to, nope, saw that coming. Okay, let's go, I'll have to grab another one. That's fine, just need one more. Okay. Right, so this is Friday, 44 on parsley. Lila is going to be 32, so she needs, what is that, 5 more? Okay, so I actually do need 1. I'm just going to check the clock because I don't want to screw this up. I do need 1 more. I need to make up one with Lila, I think, is what I'm gonna want to do. So yeah, but the summer rainy season is not until the 21st. So it's actually pretty lenient. We're still really early in summer, so. Okay. It's 12. And then Lewis, okay, just come on, give me Lewis. Yeah, okay. So Lewis is almost there too. And this was Friday or something. I think this was, yeah, this is the 3rd, so. Okay, good. Yeah, no rain on this day, which is what we want, because we want to take advantage of this Saturday. What's up? Yeah. Oh, that's okay. At least I'm cold. I don't mind. Yeah. I know. That's okay. Have to be kind of careful here because he could be. Ah, got him. Okay, I just wanted to grab that just while I could, just to get it out of the way there. Even though it was kind of a risk because there may not have been any herbs in there, but we managed to get it, so that means that's partially done. That's Gina at 10. Let's get Lila here. Okay, 36 on Lila. Oh, wait. Probably here early. Oh no, I made it. Oh. Good timing. Okay, 13. So we're getting close to the moment of truth here because I just have to hope we counted everything properly. And okay, I just want Tim done as well. Ben done. Lewis needs 2 more as well. So what are the best days? Today's a Saturday. Sunday I'll skip because Lila's not available, or yeah, she's kind of in a bad location. So that's Sunday. Monday is good. Okay. I actually am gonna duck in here and grab a flower. It only loses the loading time because I have to wait for the door to open anyway. Now I'm just gonna grab 2 of these for Lila. I don't think I have one, so yeah. Because she's a little bit extra behind. This tends to happen unless you route your unless you like, but you have to route the foraging on the fly, which is the difficult part. So. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this really quick too. Actually, I don't know how. I wonder how many extra berries I have. I'm gonna check because I'm just kind of curious how I did on my counting. Lewis, that's 8 for Lila, so Lila's at 44. Okay, so Lila, we will now lay out. Well, I may talk to her once more, just just as a little insurance. Okay, Gina actually needs 2 more too. Okay, wow. So all these are actually lining up pretty well. Okay. Okay, it's already 8:23. Okay, I didn't overforage too badly. That's kind of sketchy. I should have gotten a dialogue with her. But it's okay. If I have to come up here again, I should be fine. I think I should have gotten a dialogue with her, but it's okay because she can give me it there, or she can give it to me another time. So it doesn't matter. It's just for a little bit of extra affection, and I think the routing just uses it for extra affection. That's the other thing about, yeah, I mean, the affection system is just, it's just out of control, so I don't know. So everyone should be done except for Dia, Lila, and Lewis. Yeah, I didn't mark Martha, but Martha's done as well. Sorry, and Gina, but Gina's, you know, Gina. It should be fine, it should be okay. And I said today's Monday, right? Tuesday. They went ham. I still, as we were talking about during Lamp's run, there are a couple things that are really still not very well understood at all. So I don't know what to, okay, we won't talk to Lila because Lila we will actually do when we go into the shop because we're gonna buy crops or seeds. Anyway, so it's, yeah. So you can get so you get a little bit, she gives you like a special dialogue once you reach a certain point in the ending, or once you reach a certain affection with her, Dia, and if you give the right response, then you get extra affection from the conversation. Yeah, it's honestly, it's like nothing else in the entire series, because there's just so many situations that they decided to just change slightly. Okay, just wait until 8 a.m. Okay. So we'll see. If I have to do another round, I have to do another round. I was kind of, here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, yes. Okay, she says, I must make more friends. Are you my friend? Of course. And then that's that's a bigger conversation. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna give her an extra berry. So that's actually, yeah, I forgot. So the final conversation is just a talk. So that's good. I just gave her an extra berry just to be nice, just to give her a little bit of something sweet. Lewis might be a hindrance right now, unless I forgot to mark. No. He only needs 8. Okay, so let's just hope he's here. If I have to go into shop, then I go into shop. Today's Tuesday, so that should be fine. Yes, okay. So let's catch Lewis. Just don't move, boy. Boom. Okay, and then luckily we do have to go in here. We have to go in here twice, so we get 2 guaranteed interactions with Lila. And I'm actually going to give her a flower here because according to my notes, it looks like I'm short just a little bit. And now we're going to sell our 15 potatoes. Hopefully we're not short on
So now I need to buy, let's see what we need. We need 9 potato. Just don't want to mess this up. 8 tomato. 6 corn. And 9 breadfruit. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, so just cross your fingers, peeps, and I will make a safety save. But now, and I have to double check what the date is. It's like Wednesday or it's like Tuesday would it be Tuesday the 7th? I think it's Tuesday the 7th. Yeah. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, just double check, 20. Boom! Okay, so I'm skipping all these cutscenes, but I'm now we've arrived in the Sacred Land, and this is behind the villa. Easy, baby, easy. ABC 1, 2, 3. And so there's 4 different patterns you can get for this. Basically, there's like a code of different vegetables on the there's like a, if you look over here, there's like a, I can't turn the camera while I'm walking, but there's like a little thing there, it looks like a freaking headstone, and that tells you, that gives you a hint as to what the pattern is. Basically the hearts are tomato, the squares are corn. Let me double check this because I have this on my, I have the pattern on my notes, but yeah, the squares are corn, yeah. So, yeah. Don't need any of this. So you can also, you can dig up things, you can dig up coins, and you can also dig up the power berry, because there's a power berry up here as well, and yeah, it's kind of neat. I don't know, it's one of the more in-depth endings. Putting candles. Okay. Potato. And then the notes are breadfruit. You have to be really careful not to till the ones you've already done, because I only have exactly enough. And of course I do them in groups, because if I don't, then I could forget which one is which, because obviously you can't see the symbol once you've already tilled it. And then if you get it wrong, then you just, the cutscene won't happen, the next cutscene. Oh yeah, and I should have filled the, it definitely would have been faster to fill the watering can at the farm, but so then you just have to water them all. And then this is kind of the big run killer, an actual, you know, outside of a marathon, because if you get a day without rain, then it's like a 3-minute time loss to come all the way up here and water everything, which you might as well just, okay, yeah, that's right. They give you these so that you don't run out of energy. there's one other pattern that has a couple spots missing, so that one's technically better, because then you don't have to plant as much. I'll eat it, I promise. Sorry, that's okay. I like cold taters. Thanks for bringing it. Okay. Because we have a nice long credits break. Okay, then we can water all these. But yeah, so obviously in an actual attempt, I wouldn't make a safety save. So then any day without rain in the rainy season is just screwed. Oh, what? I have to take 5. Okay. Actually, I think I have a berry, so let's just eat it. Double the time of a non-rainy day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a lot longer. Yeah. Okay, water all of them. Okay, now I have to walk all the way back. So yeah, so you can imagine where if you were playing this casually and you were trying to figure out, you know, and all the notes or Ushi no Tane just tells you to, oh, just give gifts to everybody and blah blah blah. You know, you could do that and just miss 1 or 2 people and have no idea what you've done wrong. And then, you know, then it just becomes very tedious trying to target specific ones, and if you don't have any of the numbers, then you don't even know who you're supposed to be targeting to begin with. So, and none of the guides before HMSR had any clue what the. Okay, so now we just pray for 6 days of rain. I'll save just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Okay. Perfect. Literally perfect. So yeah, I was gonna say something else. Oh, and the nice thing is that you also can't. The rain waters the sacred land crops, but you can't lose any of them. So there's no risk involved, which is nice. Now we just go all the way up here, trigger a cutscene, and then it's pretty much just cutscenes till the end. So. You okay with that? Okay. Cutscene. So you can see, there they are. We don't need them. Okay, and actually, there are a few cutscenes at the end here, but one of them is not required, and I just found out a few days ago that it's not required. So there's normally a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the treasure is the golden sweet potato, and they plant it over here in Lila's garden. And normally there's a sprout cutscene after they plant it. They plant it after that, you know, sacred land cutscene. Then there's a sprout cutscene, a bloom cutscene, a potato cutscene, and one other one, kind of the final cutscene. But the sprout cutscene is not required. Normally you'd have to walk out to the garden to trigger the sprout cutscene, but if you just skip past it, then you'll get the bloom cutscene when you normally would. So, 1, 2, so if anyone wants to run, then. Okay, and again. Okay. 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 So now this is like a 5-minute cutscene or something like that. So I know it seems weird that we stop time after the final cutscene. It was just kind of my idea, I guess, but it's because of the way all endings works because you have to watch the cutscenes to proceed through all endings. So it just kind of made sense to, at least to me, I used to stop timing at the beginning of the credits, but then there's another cutscene after that where there is some text. And for most endings, it's really short, but this one does happen to be the longest. So now they're having a little party with the potatoes, woohoo, and I have a little potato party myself, so, thank you. Oh, nice blue cheese too, thank you. Thank you, nice. Nice cheeses. So yeah, so this is a fun one. It is sort of frustrating, but it's... It's good, thank you. Lewis after the sim. Okay. Really long cutscene. Okay. No, time stops. There's a cutscene after the credits for all the endings. So, it might seem kind of excessive. This is the only ending where it's like crazy long. But it's kind of a technicality. Sorry to explain, but it's like in all endings, you have to include all of it because you can't save the game and proceed to the next year until you've watched all of this. So then it just, because of that, I just decided, I don't know, we decided or I decided to include this during single ending runs as well. And there is text to mash through in this next cutscene, except for Horse Race has no text in the post credits cutscene. But yeah, here's your Valentine's cutscene with our waifu of choice. Okay, desert's there, but time's coming up, he knows, probably. Dang, this is actually better than this is even better than the run I did the other day. I'm kind of surprised by this. I suppose this would be English world record. Or maybe there at least. Not a lot of English runs have been done of this though. I did one a long time ago, so it's very outdated. My most up-to-date run of this was on Japanese, so somebody run this on English. Come on, Russ. Come on, win. No, maybe it's not faster. I don't know. I think it is. I think I got a 127. The run. Okay, and wait, not quite. And time. Is it different? See, so you see, here's where I could save, and this would then proceed to the next year. So this would save my completion of that ending, and then it gives you like a little decal or like a little picture that shows that you've beaten the ending. And then you have to collect all 9, but you can't do that until after. Anyway, okay, so let's just
So let me find the other notes, and